Hey guys, Miles Seegers, and we are live, folks. I'm sitting here laughing because I'm laughing because I was looking at some of the comments in the chat section, and yes, guys, I got the Hangout together late tonight, and those of you on the East Coast and Northeast area of the country, we're having a really, really bad storm. And actually, our lights have been flickering. I wasn't sure if we're going to lose power or not. But I was looking at the comments, and I just thought some of them were a little bit. They were funny to me. Maybe not funny to you. 'Cause I saw one person saying, "Are we live? Is he live? Is that from?" I apologize, guys. I promise I will not let that happen to you folks again. I really should have had the Hangout set, like an hour ago, and then you folks would just be looking at, the please stand by screen. So apologize, folks. I'll try my best not to let that happen again. But those of you who know me, who know what's been going on in our section of the world, there was a huge product launch last week, which has taken a lot of my time. And team, it's not taking away nothing from you guys. In fact, if anything, it's going to enhance what you're doing in your Empower Network business, especially those of you that have became part of this amazing online university that just launched last week called High Traffic Academy. A lot of people know it as High Traffic Academy 2.0, but folks, we don't know what we're talking about here, so I'm gonna start dropping off the 2.0 and just calling it High Traffic Academy. Because after all, that's what it is. It's High Traffic Academy. It's just version 2 versus version 1. And somebody's trying to reach me, so apologize. Versus version 1 that was released about 3 years ago. But I am not here to talk about High Traffic Academy. That's for another time and place. I'm here to talk about you folks and show you folks how I can help you get started in your Empower Network business. Now, folks, let me just, you know what, guys? I don't want to turn, okay, I'll put it on mute. I don't want to turn it off because my wife is coming home and, the weather is kind of bad, so I want to leave my phone on in case she needs me. So, folks, what I want to talk to you guys, I feel funny because I don't have my regular microphone on, so I've gotten so used to that new microphone, but anyway, whatever. Folks, we're going to keep this short. I'm just going to go over a couple of things. You folks that follow me each and every week, those of you on my team that are live on these Hangouts, watch the recordings, I'm saying I'm going to keep this one short, and I am. That will not take anything away from you guys because, as you know, normally, I deliver at least like an hour and a half Hangout, much longer than some of the other teams are out there. So if I do a short one tonight, I'm sure you folks won't mind. Folks, what I want to focus on is I want to focus on your Empower Network business and your iPass 2 business. Because see, here's the thing, guys. A lot of you are members of iPass 2, but you're not members of Empower Network. Some of you are members of Empower Network, but you're not members of iPass 2. So I thought to myself, well, to be fair, I think I really need to cover what you need to do to get started in iPass 2 and what you need to do to get started in Empower Network. So what I'm going to briefly do tonight, guys, is go through some of the steps you should be taking in your business. Empower Network, iPass, whichever, it's kind of all the same. I'm going to go through some of those steps, what you guys should be focusing on, just to get you ramped up. And also, this includes those of you that have been on my team for over maybe a year or 2 years, and you're seeing results, but you're not seeing the results that you'd like to see. You're not quite happy with your results, or maybe you're happy with your results, but you want to take your results to the next level. This is going to be for you also, because as I always say, a lot of people make the mistake as they, the longer they are online, they start getting more advanced, and they started, exploring more advanced techniques, more advanced strategies. That's all well and good, guys. But what I see that hurts a lot of people, they forget what got them to where they are. And you know what, folks? If you're in this business, in fact, any business, the stuff you learned in the beginning, the basics, if you finally broke through and start, really getting some success in your business, little do you know what got you there was the basics, what you were learning up to a certain point. And I'm telling you guys, if there are any secrets out there, one of the secrets of this business is being able to take those basics and keep refining them, getting better and better. Guys, just like a sport, taking the basics of what you know and just, really focusing on that. And guys, folks, I'm saying this because I know human nature. And most people that have been through the basics, they think that, well, I want to get to the next level, so I need to focus on the more advanced strategies, the more advanced techniques. I need to focus on the fancy stuff. Plus, the basics to many people are boring. But guys, I'm just going to tell you flat out, if the basics, mastering the basics is going to put money in your pocket, folks, I would focus on that all day. It's the equivalent of, and some of you folks have maybe heard this term. Bruce Lee, martial artist, talked about this term of somebody, mastering one kick and practicing that kick 10,000 times. And it is true, guys. If you were a martial artist or a boxer, and I'm just using this analogy, and you mastered, for example, I used to be in martial arts, you mastered your kick. You practiced that side kick over 10,000 times. And say you were a boxer, you practiced your left jab. You mastered that. I guarantee you, just using that one strike, you would be able to take down any opponent you came up against if you really mastered and sharpened that one kick. Now, if you're able to master one, well, you know what? Move on and master another one, and another one, and then, but not too many. Have like a pool of resources, of strikes, of techniques that you can use, 4 or 5, while your competitors are doing all the fancy stuff. They have like 50 different strikes and kicks, and you know what? You could absolutely dominate any opponent out there. Same thing in this business, guys. You can dominate any niche you're in, any business you're in, any network marketing company that you're in. You can dominate if you master a couple of strategies. So we will be talking about that among some other things. Oh, and by the way, guys, going to post, guys, I'm just having a good time. It's Monday. Going to post on my Facebook wall, but those of you here on my team, I'll tell you now, be on the lookout. If you live in the, well, I guess anywhere like in the Baltimore area, maybe Washington, D.C., Maryland type of area, specifically Baltimore. Let's just say Baltimore. Here's why. Team Seegers is going to be in the Baltimore area probably, I'm not going to give you an exact date right now, guys, maybe in about 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know. Yes, my wife and I will be in the Baltimore area just hanging out, guys, just hanging out for the day. Maybe go to the aquarium, have a nice lunch. We're going to go out for dinner. I like Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore a number of times. I like the area. And we're going to be there for the day. So I'm calling all of you out. Those of you that are in the Baltimore area, I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you to come out with us, have dinner or have lunch, have dinner. We can do a little bit of networking and just do a little mastermind, especially those of you that haven't had a chance to actually meet me. I haven't had a chance to actually meet you. We're going to be hanging out. And my wife and I, we're going to be doing things like that in different parts of the area, different parts of the country, and different parts of the world. Yeah, I know I got some of you on my team that are all the way in Sweden. Some of you are in Australia. And again, my wife and I will be hanging out in those areas too. what I'm telling you is, guys, Team Seegers is coming to your town, and I will let you know when we are there. So before I share my screen with you guys, I want to check and see if, number one, if I'm live, and number two, if there's any questions or comments on the Hangout. So give me just a second, guys, and I'm going to check my other screen and see if there's anything. Let's see here. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, that looks good. Come on, computer. I'm refreshing one of my screens, guys, and it's just really slow tonight. Could be because of the storm. Let me refresh it again, guys. Okay, just a second, folks. My screen is fine. What it is that the chat section on my side is really slow. So, okay, here we go. There it is. Okay, great. So who's out there tonight? Guys, who's out there? Say hello. I see Kirsten. I see Willie. Who else is out there? Who's trying to reach me? I guess a lot of you peeps are planning on watching the recording. So, guys, here's what I'm going to do real quick. This is going to be a mini. Okay, fine. This is going to be a mini hangout because I got a lot of things that I want to cover, guys, but I'm just not going to have time, and we'll save it for next week. So let me share my screen with you guys. Let me just make a couple adjustments. And folks, what I'm gonna do right now, folks, it is very, very important, team. So I do want you folks to pay attention, and what I'm going to show you, I do want you to go over, for yourself. So screen share, desktop. Okay. You guys should be able to see my screen, hopefully. I don't have my other computer up, so I can't really check myself. Hey, guys, if you can see my screen, just give me a Y, folks. Just let me know. Because there seems to be a lag tonight in the on the entire network. Seems to be a lag. Okay, I can see it sharing. Guys, I can see it sharing, guys. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? How have you been? Hope you're doing well. All right, guys, so let's get going, folks. Folks, I'm going to say this as delicately as I can, but I'm going to be very honest with you. This is not for the entire team across the board, but this is for some of my team members, folks. What I see is that a lot of you get involved in Power Network. You join my team, which is great. And some of you, not all of you guys, but some of you tend to get a little distracted, get a little diverted, other things that you're working on. And folks, it's fine to work on other things, but you always want to make sure that you focus on your primary business. And I would think, in this case, your primary business, if you're part of Empower Network, you're part of my team. I would think that your primary business is Empower Network. iPass 2. And for those of you that are getting a little confused about, okay, Miles is talking about iPass 2, he's talking about Empower Network. Folks, iPass 2 is simply a marketing system used to promote Empower Network. For example, a couple of years ago, Vic Strizes created this marketing system, was a platform called Big Idea Mastermind, which people still ask me about that to this day. Big Idea Mastermind is no longer active. That site's actually been taken down. Now, the reason why Vic created that was really just for his team, the team he created in Empower Network. So what he did is, which was really ingenious. He created this marketing platform that would be like a front door to all of our Empower Network businesses. So basically what he did is people were not really joining, per se, Empower Network back then. They were joining Big Idea Mastermind. And as they went through the Big Idea Mastermind funnel, that took them, that introduced them to the Empower Network products. And it gave them an opportunity to purchase the Empower Network products if they wanted to. They didn't have to, but in most cases, everyone did. So like I said, that's how I promoted my Empower Network business back then. That's how Vic promoted his Empower Network business back then, using the Big Idea Mastermind platform, which we had our own funnels, we had our own landing pages. It was really great, as though many of you know. So right now, what we're doing, what many of us are doing, we're doing the same thing with iPass. We are taking the iPass marketing system platform, and we're using that. We're using the funnels, we're using the landing pages, and we're using those to promote our Empower Network business. Now, can you, or should you, can you promote Empower Network on its own without using the iPass system? Of course, but you just have to keep in mind, folks, that there's a lot of other affiliates out there besides you. They're in the same company as you are, and they're promoting the same thing. So my recommendation, excuse me one second, guys, I'm going to turn on my fan because it's hot in my office, even though I have my air on. Excuse me a second, guys. So as I was saying, my recommendation would be to, and folks, this is not just Empower Network. In my opinion, this is any company, product, or service that you're promoting where there are other affiliates. In most cases, there's going to be other affiliates, no matter what you're involved in. I'll say it this way, guys. If you're part of a network marketing company, or if you are an affiliate yourself, well, right there, you know that there's going to be other affiliates. Now, in order to really start achieving success, guys, it is what it is. You are going to need to separate yourself as a marketer, as an affiliate. You're going to need to separate yourself from the other 1,000 or 10,000 or 30,000 or 100,000 affiliates and other network marketers that are part of the same company you are. You're all promoting the same thing. You're all driving traffic to the same landing pages. Guys, that can work in the beginning stages of a product launch or a company. But eventually, guys, it is what it is. This is how this industry is. Eventually, that offer, those landing pages are going to start getting saturated. And then your conversions are going to go down, which means your sales are going to go down. So my recommendation, if you decide that, well, I don't want to use, Miles, I don't want to use iPass 2 to promote the Empower Network. You don't have to. iPass 2 is a great marketing system, great platform. However, if you decide not to use it to promote your Empower Network business, folks, that's fine. However, I would recommend that you do not drive traffic directly to the Empower Network landing pages, the ones that have been created for you, and they're in your back office. I would not drive traffic directly to your offer, which happens to be Empower Network. I would, if I was you, I would create a custom landing page. A custom landing page. This way, if you're creating it, okay, it's your landing page, no one else out there is going to have that same page like as you. It's yours. It's custom. No one else is going to have it. That's step one, okay? And then at that point, I would add something to that. After my prospects or my leads have opted into my landing page, I do not want to take them or direct them directly to the sales page. I do not want to do that. I think you folks know that too, but most of you on my team, you know that. You want to send them to either some type of bridge, we call it a bridge page, where you're taking them to, it could be a video, It could be a long form sales page where you're describing what they're going to see on the other side. So it's basically just like a bridge page where you're introducing yourself via video, or like I said, it could be a sales page. That's one method. Okay, a better method, okay, is to create something of something of real value, guys, where you're really giving them something of value. Like, for example, it could be a mini course. It could be some type of training, So they're getting access to that training, that value, before they ever see your offer. So, and by the way, guys, we call that a lead magnet. A lead magnet is basically just, guys, a lot of people talk about lead magnets. They're trying to make it all complicated. Folks, let me let you in on something. A lead magnet is simply an ethical bribe, because everything, the way you want to run your business, you want to do everything above board. You want to be ethical in the way you run your business. So what you're doing is, when you create a landing page, we as marketers, what we're doing is we are asking for someone's information. In most cases, we're asking for their email address, but we also could be asking for their first name or their last name or their phone number or their mailing address. All right, especially if it's a CPA, a cost per action type of offer. So we're asking these strangers for their information. In exchange, if they're going to give you something, they're going to give you their information, you should offer them something in exchange for that information. In exchange for their email, okay, you should offer them something of value. And that thing of value is what we call a lead magnet. And see, guys, when you use a lead magnet, when you utilize a lead magnet, that's why we call it a magnet, guys, because that piece of value is going to attract people. It's going to attract people, and they will be more than happy to give you their information. They would be more than happy to give you their email address in exchange for that piece of value that you're going to give them. It could be a PDF. It could be an ebook. It could be a checklist, a cheat sheet, a video or a video series, some type of gift that you're giving them in exchange. Now, when you are marketing, to your niche, when you're marketing, you could simply just use a landing page with a good hook and hope that people opt in. Now, many people will opt in, but what I'm telling you is, by using a lead magnet, you are going to attract more people. That magnet, okay, is going to attract more people. And as marketers, as business people, our goal is to generate as many leads as possible, as many leads on a daily basis as humanly possible. So if you create some type of magnet that's going to attract people to your offer, well, you're going to be quite successful. So that's that. So guys, I think you can see my screen. Pretty sure you can. Let me just double check. So what I just wanted to remind you folks, if you haven't done this already, and there's been a lot of changes that Empower Network has been through, a lot of good changes. I'm personally very excited about what Empower Network is doing. I'm very, very excited about the new blogging platform that was released and still to be released. Very excited about Kalatu. I'm very excited about Kalatu Premium. David Wood, founder of Empower Network, actually had a hangout last night. He actually had a whiteboard hangout last night, kind of a last minute thing. Hoping many of you were on it, had a chance to see, where David explained exactly how you can his goal is to create, I believe it's 12 or so, I think it's 100 actually. I think his goal is to create 100 millionaires per year. And I know David. I know David quite well. I know him personally. I've had dinner with the guy. I know he will do that. I know he will accomplish that. And you know what? Every single one of you listening to the sound of my voice, especially if you're on my team, and you're part of my High Traffic Academy team, you could certainly do that if you really, really wanted to. There's no reason you could not achieve millionaire status. I'm not saying you will. That's totally up to you. I don't. Again, I don't even know how many people are watching this Hangout. I don't know how many people are watching the recording. And while they're watching the recording, they're doing something else. They're checking Facebook. They are checking their cell phone. They're eating. They're talking to somebody. Folks, none of us are. I've mentioned this before, guys. None of us are that special. At least I don't think. None of us are that talented where we can become successful at something without focusing. And I see that a lot. I see people trying to master something or become successful at a business, yet they're not focusing. Their attention is in 20 different directions. So again, guys, it's about focus. But anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. Again, really excited about what Empower Network is doing. I consider this the rebirth of Empower Network, because when I joined Empower Network over 2.5 years ago, I hit the ground running, folks, and I hit it hard. Talk about focus. I was living, sleeping, and breathing Empower Network. And that's how I was able to get traction so quickly and earn money so quickly. I really focused and dedicated myself to my business. Okay, again, notice the key word, my business. Folks, this is your business. This is not a hobby. This is not a thing. This is your business. And I really hope each and every one of you are treating it that way. If you're on my team, I'm sure you are. Those of you that are not, you're just kind of like hanging out and watching. Whatever business you're in, I would hope that you would really start focusing on your business and really, really treat it and give it the respect that it deserves. Because, guys, this is a business. So if you have not done this, folks, or maybe you might want to just go and do a review. As you know this, some of you may not even realize that the Empower Network back office has changed. Did you know that all of the core products have been replaced? Well, yes, that's right. I'm saying core. There were 5 core products. Within those 5 core products, I would say 3 of them were core products. They were more core than the others, and those were the Costa Rica Intensive, the 15K Formula, and then the Master's course. Those were the top 3 levels of Empower Network. The other 2 core products was the Viral Blogging System and the Inner Circle. Those are your 5. Now, the Viral Blogging System, I'll just move my screen around. The Viral Blogging System essentially has been replaced by Kalatu. All right, that Kalatu is the new blogging platform, and there's a premium version of Kalatu called Kalatu Premium. The Inner Circle, which is essentially an audio series of all of the past and current Empower Network Monday night calls, the Empower Hour calls. By the way, there's one coming up at 9 o'clock U.S. Eastern Standard Time in about a little less than an hour. Make sure all of you are on that Empower Hour call every single Monday night, rain or shine. And it should be easy for you to remember because it's always right after our team hangout. So the Inner Circle really has not changed. What has changed is the 3rd level core product, the Costa Rica Intensive, has been replaced by the Top Producer. And the 15K Formula has been replaced by the Team Building Formula. And the Masters product has been replaced by the Mass Influence Formula. Now, folks, I don't really know where to begin because they're all pretty cool, you know, but I will tell you, I've been through all of these probably, I don't know, maybe 10 times, but hey, that's just me. The Top Producer Formula is off the charts. Off the charts. Hey, folks, if you're like, Miles, I want to be a top producer and empowered at Miles. I want to make a lot of money. Miles, I'd love to make at least 10 grand a month just from my Empower Network business. You want to learn how to do that, folks? Master the top producer formula. Here it is, guys. Here it is. 13 lessons. You can download them. There's audio. You can put it on your iPod, your iPod, like I have, and you can listen to them while you're at the gym, while you're driving. You can fall asleep in your bed listening to them, letting your subconscious mind work all night, before you go to bed, folks. Let me give you a tip. Before you go to bed at night, before you go to sleep, never watch television or listen or read something that's negative, something bad. Always fall asleep. The last thing you should take in before you go to sleep, folks, is something positive, something uplifting, something that's going to enhance your life and your business. And when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind will take over and it will get to work. Believe it or not, guys, yes, it will get to work. And it will embed in your mind these things that you're learning. You'll wake up refreshed, and you'll wake up like I do. Folks, you will wake up with a ton of ideas, things you can implement in your business. So, hey, just another little Miles tip. So that's the top producer, guys. Those of you that don't have it, my recommendation would be to upgrade. Now, the team building formula, those of you that, so now, guys, here's the scenario. Here's the picture. Now you're earning money. Now you're earning $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month on a consistent basis. You're bringing in new team members regularly, bringing in new people to your team. However, you're running into a problem, which we all do. We've all been there. I've been there. There is no one who's had any type of success in Empower Network that hasn't been through what I'm getting ready to tell you. It's called, well, people call it attrition rate, whatever. But people joining your team that end up eventually leaving. Some people join and they refund right away for whatever reason. Basically, I look at it this way, folks. People that join, there's not many, that it hasn't happened to me much, thank God, but people that join my team and refund within that 14-day refund period, I am so, even though I'm getting charged $2 per transaction by the bank, I am so glad that they refund. You want to know why? I'm happy for me and I'm happy for them. Yes, for both of us, because that tells me this was not for them. I would hate to see somebody get in something or get in a business that they're really not cut out to do, and they're going to struggle and waste money. And looking at it from my side, I'm a busy guy. You folks know that I have quite a substantial size team, and I love to work with all of you. So by having somebody on my team that's not really sharing the same vision that all of us are sharing, and they're basically going to, I'm going to say it plainly, waste my time, that affects my business. So by them refunding, by them realizing before the refund period that, you know what, I don't think this is for me, it's good for both parties. It's good for them, it's good for me. Now, some people will join Empower Network, join my team, and they'll stay around for a few months or maybe for a year. And in a lot of cases, they'll stay around for a while, but they'll end up leaving because they're not having any results, or they're not having the results that they were hoping to have. Or maybe somebody's dangling a shiny object in front of their face. There's product launches every day. There's new companies, new network marketing companies, and maybe they're attracted to that, so they leave. So the team building formula, guys, is a course that's going to teach you how to build a large team and how to keep that team. how to keep that team together. Let me just open that up real quick, guys. Those of you that don't have access to it. There are 9 lessons or modules, whatever you want to call them. And folks, as you can see, it's all about team building. Because folks, a lot of us have different talents. I have many friends in the Empower Network that they're very good at recruiting people. I mean, they can recruit their butt off. But where they're lacking is being able to keep that team together, being able to hold on to those team members. Then I know people that are very good at holding their team together, but they're not good at bringing in. They're not good at bringing in people. They're not good at generating those sales. Bringing in those signups. Those people should really master the top producer formula. So as you can see, the top producer, guys, in the team building is your 1-2 punch, lights over, stick a fork in it, it's done if you can master these 2 formulas. Now, the last formula, which is very, very, very advanced, guys, is the mass influence. This is a course, this is a series of lessons, modules, that is really going to take your business to that next level. This, guys, is very, very advanced stuff, which is going to, if you want to become a leader in Empower Network, there's many leaders in Empower Network. If you want to become a leader, mastering this stuff, mass influence, there's a lot of influence type of subconscious, unconscious things that go into a lot of these lessons that, again, will go over a lot of people's heads. But it's here, guys. And when you're ready for this level, when you're ready to step up and you say to yourself, and guys, I'm talking to you if you're brand new. I'm talking to you if you just joined my team today. If you've made a decision that you want to become somebody in this industry, you want to become a leader, you want to influence people, this is an area that you should master. You definitely should master the mass influence formula. And the only way you're going to get access to this, guys, as you know, is by going all in. Folks, let me just back my screen up. You see these 5 products here, these 5 areas here, Kalatu, Inner Circle. Folks, David Wood did not just throw this stuff together haphazardly, just kind of like, oh, I think I'll just make this product, I think I'll make, no, folks, these products all work in tandem. They all work together. Of course, you need a awesome knockout blog. We talked about blogging before. Folks, guys, you know how important blogging is. All of you that are on my team, even if you're at the basic level, you have access to a blog that you should be using on a daily basis. If not daily, every other day. Folks, you should be blogging. Why not? It's free traffic, and at the same time, you can brand yourself for free. So you should be blogging. The Inner Circle, guys, I'm going to tell you something about this Inner Circle. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. If there was one thing that really impacted me, over almost 3 years ago when I first joined Empower Network, it was that my sponsor, Vic Stryzus, told me to listen to these Inner Circle audios every single day, whether it's 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there, preferably listen to like a whole Empower Hour daily. Folks, I did that every single day. And what it did, it changed me. It did. It changed the way I thought, the way I thought about business, the way I thought about myself. Not just changed the way I thought, but it also gave me a lot of training as a newbie that maybe I couldn't have found anywhere else. I mean, these Empower Hour calls, you have people on here sharing not just stories of struggle and success, but they're also sharing with you things that they're doing in their business that's working, guys. That's working. So that's what I did. And I still do. Maybe not every single day at this point, due to my schedule, but I still listen to these Inner Circle audios. All of you, all of you on my team should be listening to these on a daily basis. Even if you're just like, Miles, I was just so busy yesterday, even just 10 or 15 minutes, listen to part of one and then listen to the other part the following day. Folks, you know what to do. You folks have the tools. You have the training. We are delivering it to you. I'm just, as you can say, like you're captain, I'm just directing the ship. But you folks have the tools and training. My advice would be to get to work. To get to work, guys. So, also, you want to make sure that if you haven't done this, go through this fast start checklist. If you've done it already, go through it again. Okay? Now, as you complete these things, they're going to, the system is going to check these off. Now, as you can see, there's 2 sections that have not been checked off in my case. The reason why this one is not checked off is because even though I've been through the Fast Start training about 10 times, what did I tell you folks a little while ago? The Fast Start section has been upgraded. So it's changed a little, not much. It's changed. It's better. It's changed a little. So I need to go through this again for the 11th time, and then this check mark will be complete. Complete compliance training and quiz. I have been through compliance, but I have not completed the quiz. Shame on me. So I'm going to make sure I do that, and then there'll be a check mark here. But all the other areas, as far as becoming an affiliate, which I became over almost 3 years ago, I already got my tickets to the next event. Yes, Team Seekers will be in the house in Las Vegas, July 31st through August 2nd. That reminds me, I got to tell my wife to book those flight tickets tonight. Already got our hotel booked. We got to get our flight tickets. If you're on my team, I'm not going to beat this like a dead horse. If you're on my team, I want to see you in Las Vegas, July 31st through August 2nd. Let me say it again. If you are on my team, you need to get to this event. You need to get to the Rise and Power Network event in late July, especially if you've never been to an event before. Folks, I'm going to tell you something, and I know you've heard this before, probably heard it from me before, but I'm going to tell you again anyway, and you know what? Get used to it, because I'm going to keep telling you. I believe, now I could be wrong, this is just my opinion. This is from my personal experience. This is from observation. This is from being part of Empower Network for almost 3 years now. Unless you start attending events, you will never have your breakthrough, whatever that is. Whatever you consider your breakthrough. Your breakthrough could be $1,000 per month, $5,000, $10,000. Your breakthrough could be $30,000 per month. Unless you get to an event and start attending these events, you will never have your breakthrough. And I'm not going to sit here and try to explain to you, okay, Miles, so what goes on at these events? Do they hypnotize you? No. My advice would be, again, get to the next event, and after you're done, you'll see for yourself what I was talking about. Speaking of that, and I wanted to have her on the Hangout, I have a team member, Delia, who I've been telling, she's been on my team now for probably over a year. And again, guys, I'm not getting on your case. I know that we're all in different situations. We all have different things going on in our life. I can just give you recommendations of what to do. Okay, I can, folks, all I'm doing, folks, listen to me very carefully. All I'm doing is showing you where the water is. That's it. I think that's my job as your sponsor. I'm just showing you where the water is. Whether you decide to drink it or not, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. Okay, so Delia finally decided to drink the water. And she went to her first event back in April. Now, here's what's really, I don't want to say funny, but kind of weird what happened. I've never missed an event. I've been to every single Empower event, my wife and I, since I signed on the dotted line back in 2012. Well, the last event that they had, which was, where was the last event? It was in Tennessee. I'm trying to remember where. I didn't make it to that event, but the last event that they had, I actually missed it. And the reason why I missed it because I had already invested in a $20,000 mastermind that I could not move with Mr. Frank Kern. So, folks, what would you do in that case? You know, they happen to be booked at the same time. So I missed that event. Hopefully, I'll never miss another one. I'm sure I probably won't. So I missed that last event, and Delia was there. So I would have had a chance to meet Delia, but I actually missed for that reason that one event. So, but anyway, here's my point, guys. That was Delia's first event. Delia got back all excited. Miles, you were right. It was great. Delia got to meet a lot of people that, you know, a lot of the leaders, all of the leaders. I'm sure she met all the leaders. Got to see David Wood in person. But what's cooler is Delia has been struggling. She told me. She's been kind of struggling with this business since she joined. Do you know that Delia got her first all-in sale, I think just last week, after attending her first Empower Network event? Well, folks, I don't know about you, but I think that says it all. And by the way, Delia, if you're listening, I know you might be working, sweetheart, but congratulations. There are many, many more to come. So, get to the next event, guys. You have time. It's June 1st. Let's see. You got 2 months, guys. 2 months. Do not let money be an issue. Folks, money is, guys, I'm going to say it. Money is never really an issue. Creativity, ingenuity, that's the issue. You know, if you really want to get to this event, guys, you'll find a way. You'll find a way. And I want to see all of my team members there. I will be there, hoping to see you all there. So, again, guys, go through this Fast Start checklist. Make sure you go through that. Make sure you're on all of the, make sure you're on Empower Network's subscriber list. Make sure you're getting all their emails. Stay in the know. Make sure you're getting my emails. Check your spam folders. If you find something in spam, make sure you whitelist that email address. This way it won't go to spam anymore. Make sure you whitelist it. Make sure that you go through whichever product you own here, guys, whatever level you're up to, go through these products like your life depended on it. Because in the end, folks, in the end, it really does. It really does. And God forbid, folks, look, folks, find a way to go all in, folks. I mean, folks, we're talking about starting a business. I don't even know what it costs now for Empower Network. I think you can go all in within that 7-day discount period for like, is it $3 or $4 grand? And if you miss that window, well, you can buy the products individually. My point is, guys, when I went all in almost 3 years ago, cost me $5 grand. Now, yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change. But folks, let's keep it in perspective. What real business, guys? I'm not talking about a thing or a hobby or a little widget. I'm asking you a question. What business do you know, real business, like a franchise, that you can go out there and start for $5 grand? I don't know of one where that business can potentially earn you $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 per month if you build your team big enough. Folks, I know people that have franchises. Invested $250,000 to open a franchise. And you know how much they're making? They're making, like, you know, after all the smoke is cleared, they pay all their expenses and overhead. They're making anywhere from $10,000 or $15,000 per month. And this is the guy that owns the thing. So you're not going to find out there what we have here. And by the way, guys, what Empower Network is doing, what David Wood is doing, all the stuff we've done so far, we are just getting, you haven't seen nothing yet. We're just, did I say it enough times? We are just getting, excuse me, we're just getting started, guys. So, folks, that's all I have for tonight. I want you guys to take some time out, and I want you to go through your Empower Network back office. Get familiar with it. Get comfortable with it. Get, poke around. Start blogging. Now, next week, guys, we're going to talk about iPass 2. Those of you that are members of iPass 2, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my iPass 2 back office. And even though iPass 2 is very, very step-by-step, and it's pretty easy. They tell you what to do. I'm going to still take you folks through, and I'm going to show you or recommend how I would progress through the iPass 2 back office, guys. And we'll save that for next week. For now, let me unshare my screen. Stop screen sharing. And let me just check one thing here. So that's it, guys. I told you I was going to try to keep it short, and that actually wasn't that short. I know we started a little bit late, but hey, what can I say? Time flies when you're having fun. So let me just check something here. You know what, guys? Before we go, I want to just check a couple comments or questions. Wow, I didn't see that earlier, Kirsten. You were seeing just a black screen. Yeah, that might have been because of the storms. Let's see. Hey, Najib, why don't you hit me up offline? I see you said you lost your password for Empower Network. Najib, here's the best thing to do, okay? Forget about sending them a support ticket. Call Empower Network tomorrow. That's all. Very simple. You want to talk to somebody. Call Empower Network tomorrow. They'll get you squared away. Let's see. Yeah, it looks. I don't know, folks. As far as on my end, I was looking at another screen. It seemed like that. It seems like as though I never lost my connection, guys. So it might have been on your end. I'm gonna play back the recording, and I'll see if there were any dead spots during the recording. And if you guys were missing parts of the Hangout, you can certainly watch the recording. So let's see. Nope, that's about it. Hey guys, listen. Got to run. Got many things I got to finish up working on tonight. So again, guys, I want to thank you folks for coming. Again, as I said, I wanted to start all these Hangouts with gratitude, and I wanted to end them with gratitude. So even though I didn't necessarily start with gratitude the way I wanted to, again, I want to just let you folks know that each and every one of you folks that are on my team, listening to the sound of my voice, watching the Hangout, I want you folks to know how much I appreciate you being on my team, becoming part of my team, and making the decision that you wanted to work with me. I don't take it for granted, folks. I really don't. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you guys succeed in your business. So with that said, guys, I'll see you folks next Monday. I believe that's going to be June 8th. Put it on your calendar, 7:30 U.S. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you folks right back here next week for the Six Figure Lifestyle Mastermind team. Have a great night, folks.